So as advertised, last week I gave a speech at the second annual Libertyfest in Brisbane. Now I'm almost certain that it was recorded, as were all the other fine presentations over the 2 days, but I suspect it will take some time for organisers to wade through all the footage and post it online. I'll keep you updated on that and post it here when it becomes available. In the meantime, I just wanted to share an interview I did with Tim Wilms of the Unshackled. I think it's fair to say the Unshackled does a hell of a lot of work reporting on cultural and political events. They have a YouTube channel and a website with daily updates, so check them out. Links in the comments.
So we're here today at Libertyfest with one of Australia's, I'd say, still most popular YouTubers, Independent Man, also known by his real name Scott Crow. Good to catch up.
Thanks, Tim. Good to be here again for the second Libertyfest, bigger Libertyfest, 2 days this year, so yeah, good.
And you were our first ever guest on the Unshackled Waves, episode 4, and I think for the first 12 episodes, I just hope nobody is listening to those.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties, as I remember.
Now, you, as we mentioned, you got over 100,000 subscribers. All of your videos on cultural issues, they were really well reasoned and thought out, but you stepped away in the end. Can you elaborate on the reasons why?
Yeah, I mean, I guess a couple of reasons. One was that I was going a bit nuts, sitting in a room by yourself all day, talking to yourself, is not what it's cracked up to be, particularly if you're a social type of person, and that was one reason. And the other one was it wasn't particularly lucrative for me. I could get by, but I sort of saw the writing on the wall, and I think it's become more difficult. And unless you can get, say, support via things like Patreon, PayPal, it's more and more difficult on YouTube. YouTube used to be, you throw it up, see how many views you can get, you'll get paid. Today, of course, there's so many more filters on what is and isn't isn't monetizable, and I'm sure that you have the same problem with videos going up that don't get monetized because of the content. You know, it's considered controversial or sensitive. So I guess there were two main reasons. Yeah, I was going a bit nuts, and it just wasn't particularly lucrative, and I didn't think I could sustain myself going forward.
Yeah, YouTube demonetization, it's affected a lot of YouTubers on the right, and you can always appeal it, but then by the time that YouTube, if they overturn the decision, it's already too late.
Yeah. I mean, just to give you an example, a recent example, Bettina Arndt put out a video of her recent run-in with Sydney University protesters. She asked me to repost it on my channel, which I did. It was demonetised straight away. I appealed it, and it was rejected. They don't tell you why. They just say it doesn't meet our guidelines or criteria. I don't know why. It's footage of what happened to Bettina at Sydney University, and it's all very factual. There's nothing particularly I guess maybe it's because she went there to talk about the fake rape crisis on campus, and me just saying that probably means that this video will be demonetised as well. So that's kind of what you're dealing with now. Before, you didn't have to worry about that. You didn't have. I mean, if we go back to the heady days of 2016 or even early 2017, before the adpocalypse, it was fine, but not so much today.
And you've given me your business card now. You're now a senior wealth advisor with Charter Markets, and you put a promo video on your YouTube channel, so career change somewhat?
Yeah, it's sort of a little, but going back to something I used to do a long time ago, actually. Senior wealth advisor is just a really technical name for stockbroker. That's what we would have called ourselves 20 years ago. The senior part just means the grey hair, I'm told. But yeah, I used to be in institutional stockbroking in the research side. This is retail facing, so I deal with, you know, people like yourself who are interested in investing, whether that's stocks, equities, ETFs, CFDs, the whole range of products. So Yeah, that's what I do now. I've always been interested and fascinated by financial markets, and it's good to be back in an environment with other people in the office. And the great thing is that Charter Markets supports me continuing to do YouTube videos if I want to. So that's pretty rare, and it's good.
Yeah, that's always awesome in this day and age where Antifa or all those other groups, if they find out you're right wing, they'll ring up your employer and harass them. So it's good that if you've got a supportive boss in your day job, that it gives you a lot more liberty to pursue these other things.
Yeah, and I don't think that I've ever said anything that's particularly controversial, but we know people on the left are nuts, and will call you a Nazi because you're slightly to the right of Bernie Sanders. So, but yeah, I think my employers have been very understanding and supportive of that, so it's great.
And you do plan to release videos every now and then on cultural issues like you used to?
Yeah, I won't be ever able to get back to the sort of 5 videos a week kind of.
That was amazing.
But I think maybe I've put one out in the last month. But I'd like to at least get back to a couple a month. I do have a newsletter that I'm writing now, which is free, and there's a paid version that has financial advice that comes under the banner of Charter Markets. It's $5 a month, but I hope to get more back into it. The other thing I have to do, of course, because I'm back in finance, is that I'm also studying to get my accreditation back up, which I've lost because I've been out of the industry for so long. So it's just a matter of time at the moment, but I do intend to get back into it.
Well, it's been good to catch up here, and it's good to hear you're still committed to the cause, and we look forward to seeing your videos again.
Thanks a lot, Tim.